that they want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone?
You mean in the sense of Tawheed?
Yes, in the sense of Tawheed. How can a beginner who is still only familiar with the experience of what is below Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how can they truthfully say that they want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone? How can they break out of this? How does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them their dua for being close to Him when they are really only after things below Him?
Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very kind and understands people's situation and differences. You have abrar, you have muqarrabun. There are different things. Even actually, not only Allah and the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt understand, they tell us that you should also be considerate with people who are in lower levels of iman. If you are in a higher level, that you have to be considerate. Expectations are different. So as long as a person believes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one to be worshipped and obeyed, he is a muwahhid. But Tawheed has different degrees. إن يؤمن أكثرهم بالله إلا وهم مشركون. Many muwahhideen still have traces of shirk, but this would not make them mushrik. They are considered as a mu'min, as a believer, but still there are traces of shirk. To become pure, to have qalb salim, as you remember, I said this hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, al-qalb al-salim alladhi yalqa rabbahu wa laysa fiha ahadun siwah, kullu qalbin fihi shirkun aw shakkun fahuwa saqit. This is not what every believer has. So there are different degrees. The main thing is that this is a path which is very beautiful, and when you hear about higher levels, you just need to believe and appreciate and try to reach, not to lose your interest in what you are, to try to go higher. When I am in a, for example, 10th floor building, and I hear that you are just in the first floor, I can do two things. I can say, okay, there are 9 more floors, and so I am on the first floor, so let me go out. Or I can say, no, let me go floor 2, then inshallah floor 3. So not to lose what you have, but also to know that there is something more that you can inshallah aspire to.
So just to follow up on this, so this is clear. The question is, a person who is relating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is very important to be truthful. So if this person is in his heart, if he inspects himself, he realizes that no, actually what he's after is, let's say, lower desires in heaven or something like this. So should they basically acknowledge that this is what they want and ask that sincerely, not skip that dua, for example, and then build on that and say, okay, but I realize that I'm not able to imagine more. Help me, in that other to grow older. Or should you be dismissive of these lower things? Because you have a person who genuinely wants Jannah for the sake of Jannah, and doesn't genuinely want Allah for the sake of Allah, but then tries to ask Allah for what he genuinely doesn't want, and doesn't really ask Allah for the things that he genuinely wants. How should he manage those things? How should he climb this ladder in the way that he converses with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
As long as we are honest with Allah, it is fine. There is no problem in asking Him for something that people who are higher than me ask Him. But this should be, again, honest. For example, I can be first year of Hawza, and I say, to our, for example, a great alim teacher, please teach us Dars Kharij, because I know he teaches Dars Kharij as well. I am still in the first year. I'm learning the Muqaddamat basic, but I say, please teach us Dars Kharij. If I mean by teach us Dars Kharij that I am someone that can attend Dars Kharij and you should start it now, then this doesn't make sense. But if it means that I am so eager that from now I am interested in that level, and from now I want to ask for that, and I want that person to know my interests and to help me in this process, this is good. So when we read du'as, some of these du'as might be suitable for our stage now. Some of them may help us to understand what we can ask for in future. But we ask Allah for all of them with honesty. Not in the sense that, I deserve them, or, I am in that level.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I don't see any other questions in the chat, and if anybody else has any other questions, please go ahead. Otherwise, that will be it for the questions today.
Okay. So we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send His best of mercy and light to all servants of Him that have been trying to move towards Him, and to accept from them their efforts, and to complete for them their journey, and also to include us, inshallah, in their circle despite all our problems and shortcomings. Amin, inshallah. Thank you very much. See you, inshallah, next week. Bi-Iznillah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jazakumullah khair.